There usually comes a quiet moment, maybe during a long drive or early in the morning, when the noise of your schedule finally fades. In that stillness, your thoughts drift away from the degrees you've earned or the money you've made and settle on a heavier question. Am I the kind of person I'd actually respect? Our modern operating system makes it difficult to answer that question clearly. We are conditioned to prioritize constant achievement, to win arguments at all costs, and to carefully curate our image for public consumption. Look at this diagram of a fragmented self. When you split your core identity into multiple, carefully managed avatars to please different audiences, you generate a massive amount of internal, exhausting friction. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance, the hidden tax of constantly pretending to be someone you aren't. This performative routine isolates us. When you project a carefully edited version of yourself, the respect or affection you receive from others is directed at the performance, not the real you. You remain unseen. There is an alternative framework. It relies on 8 principles that are as old as human civilization. Instead of isolating you behind a mask, these principles actively integrate who you are with how you act. We often treat virtues like kindness or humility as soft, optional moral suggestions. In reality, they are highly mechanical, interdependent components. When assembled correctly, they form the physical engine of a remarkably resilient life. We can visualize this framework starting right here in this gear system, with the engine's intakes. The first 2 components are humility and curiosity. Their primary function is to pull vital new information into your worldview. True humility is simply the acceptance that your perspective is limited and you might be wrong. Admitting this drops your defenses immediately. You stop viewing disagreements as threats to your identity and shift into a state of active observation. Once that defensive barrier falls, curiosity can process the incoming data. By asking genuine questions instead of defending old assumptions, your mind stays agile. It protects you against dogmatic thinking and ensures you remain teachable. Next, we move to the engine's drive chain, hard work and trustworthiness. These 2 gears take the insights you've gathered and convert them into actual forward momentum. We tend to think of luck as random chance, but luck actually clusters around people who put in the unglamorous hours. By doing the work, you build the expertise to recognize opportunities that others miss, and you develop the resilience required to survive until those opportunities arrive. Trustworthiness accelerates this momentum by expanding your view of reality. When your character is reliable and your word means something, people drop their guard. They share their unfiltered experiences and unvarnished truths with you, giving you access to critical information the untrustworthy never see. Without humility and curiosity, your worldview stagnates. Without hard work and trustworthiness, you lack the mechanism to turn what you know into meaningful action. A working engine also has to sustainably manage what it produces and what it expels. This brings us to the system's outputs, generosity and kindness, alongside its crucial release valve, forgiveness. Generosity and kindness operate outside the logic of a zero-sum game. When you freely share your expertise or extend consistent kindness to others, you aren't depleting your own reserves. You are creating a reciprocal culture where others actively want to help you succeed. Giving also overrides a critical system error known as the scarcity mindset. The false belief that there isn't enough success or opportunity to go around causes constant anxiety and hoarding. Regular, deliberate acts of generosity manually interrupt that error, proving to your brain that you actually have enough. Then there is forgiveness. It is often misunderstood as a moral pardon for someone who hurt you. But as we see here, like dropping a heavy mass into an abyss, forgiveness is actually an internal energy-saving mechanism. Rehearsing past hurts and holding grudges requires a massive, continuous expenditure of cognitive energy. Making the internal decision to put down that weight instantly frees up emotional capacity that you can redirect toward your own life. An operating system that constantly hoards resources or stores the dead weight of old grievances will inevitably overheat. Generosity, kindness, and forgiveness ensure the engine runs sustainably, day after day, without burning out. There is one final, central component required to power this entire behavioral engine. You have to be yourself. You can attempt to be humble, kind, and hardworking, but if you execute these principles as a performance, if you are acting out a role to earn respect, you will eventually exhaust yourself. Watch the system when the Authenticity Hub is engaged. By aligning internal identity with external actions, the friction of pretending vanishes. Everything snaps into place. This creates a self-sustaining cycle. Humility enables curiosity. Understanding makes forgiveness easier, creating emotional space to be effortlessly yourself. You don't have to install this entire system overnight. Pick a single gear for just 1 week. If you are naturally defensive, test drive humility. Ask how you might be wrong in your next argument. If you've been playing it safe, choose authenticity and tell the truth about something you've been hiding. Test the mechanics for yourself. True, lasting fulfillment is never built by perfecting a hollow avatar for the world to see. It is found by aligning your internal engine to run honestly, reliably, and authentically.